Oliver's real name being Harry is the ultimate plot twist. Hello, strangers. I know I haven't done my wet hair vlog in a long time, but it is 9 o'clock. I totally forgot. I apologize. I even said to myself this morning, today has to be a better video because last week's was like 30 seconds and I wasn't even wearing pants. Not that I'm wearing pants now. No, I am wearing pants. It would have been funny if I wasn't. I was like, hello! Hello, strangers! Because I like to show never mind. Off topic! Speaking of that, I don't have a topic. I was gone all day, which is unusual. I was hanging out with cool kids. They're my clan. Yeah. No one really gave suggestions for what we should do this week. Oh, yeah! The Alex Day survey. Okay, first question. Why did they call you that? My first name's Raquel. Raquel is spelled with a C for some reason. I don't know why. My dad liked Raquel Welch. But he spelled it wrong. Alicia is Alisha, which is also spelled weird. And my last name is Tio, which I don't even know where that came from, but it is, it means uncle in Spanish. I know that. Yeah, my first name Raquel is like Spanish, and I've had substitute teachers who are like, Raquel Tio, and they like call me out and they're like, oh, she's white. There we go, now the camera isn't really shaky. I know that's probably bothering the crap out of you. It says DFTBA right there if you can see it. Okay, tell us about your favorite school teacher. I actually have a favorite school teacher who is one of the biggest people in my life. He was my middle school band teacher, even though I only took band in grade 6. But I would go in his classroom every day before school, and used to get school at 8, and school didn't start till 9. I would talk to them the entire time, and then after school I'd talk to him. And looking back on it, I talked to him about the weirdest things, but he's the one who inspired me to make YouTube videos, because he was like, oh, Raquel, you're really funny. He's like, you should have a talk show. And then I started telling him about how I like all these YouTubers. He's like, you could do that. I would watch you. And he's let me do all the challenges in his room, in like his band room. And, you know, without him, I would not be sitting in my room on the floor talking to a camera that is sitting on top of a Twilight board game. But his name is Mr. Froze, and he is the best teacher ever. And now that I'm in high school, he's the main reason that I really hate the high school, because he's not there. If he sees this, you're an asshole. You didn't buy me goldfish. What's the strangest food you've ever eaten? I don't eat very strange food. I've never tried ketchup or tomatoes. Just saying. I don't know why. They're just gross to me. Never gonna try it. The strangest food I've ever eaten. I really don't know. Oh, pickled fish. That was really gross. Really gross. My mom used to love it, and I was like, ugh. Tell us about your first gig. Well, gig isn't really a term that apparently means concert, from what Oliver's answer was. My first concert and only concert was Headley Stereos. It had Headley Stereos, Boys Like Girls, and Fifi Dobson, but I totally skipped the Fifi Dobson part, and then like a week later everyone was like talking about it, and I was like, ah. But I have a shirt that's signed by all 4 of the Stereos, even though they're different people now, so it's probably not worth anything. What's your favorite place? Back to the band thing. It's probably the band room, even though don't play any instruments. It's just, he had this big smartboard, and I don't know if you guys have smartboards in the States, but they're like giant computer things that like are hooked up to your computer. It's like a projector for your computer kind of thing. You can like write on it. But we would sit there and watch the most horrible videos ever. Like, we would be watching, like, well, like, not horrible, like, bad from middle school. We'd be watching, like, Millie, Hates Millie, Jenna Marbles, you know, Shane Dawson. And I watched every Shay Tards vlog there for a long time. And he'd, like, or me and my friends would, like, watch it or whatever. And then he'd be, like, sitting there in the back, like, laughing at it or whatever. And, like, most teachers, if you play a song that has a swear on it, they'd, like, flip shit. Then there's him, like, oh, who's that Jenna Marbles girl? Yeah, it's really sweet. Oh, and Josh Sundquist, because, like, I like Josh Sundquist, I said, like, the amputee rap, he's like, show me more videos, and everyone who knows me knows how that turned out. Marissa, I will see you tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, and I also thought that I should mention, even though she wasn't my favorite teacher, I once had a teacher who read The Fault in Our Stars, and she came to school one day, she's like, I cried, and I was like, what do you mean I cried? She's like, I've read The Fault in Our Stars. Actually, she said Tiffio's, which means that she Googled it. And then on the last day of school, she surprised me, because I thought she hated me all year, but by like the last month, I barely went to French class, because I always bitched about French class, and she was like, every time I go to French class, she'd be like, I need someone to fix my computer, so I just go to her class and like play on her computer. It was so nice. And on the last day of school, we watched Vlogbrother videos, the entire class. But the best part of all is, without knowing it, she ships students. Like, she would find out two students like each other, and she'd put them together, and she'd put them in the same group for everything. And she'd be like, she'd come up with, like, names. And then by the end of the year, I was like, Miss Morales ships students.